JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we go into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Prosecution fails to have conspiracy to murder charge in Beaches South trial amended. Judge Chester Stamp refused an application by prosecutor Lou Cook to have the indictment in the Beaches South and Oscar Barnes murder trial amended. The prosecution wanted the indictment to reflect that Everton Beaches South MacDonald allegedly conspired with Denverlin Bubbler minor to kill his wife, Tonya MacDonald, in 2020. Cook also wanted the indictment to reflect that Minot then conspired with Barnes to carry out the murder. Cook was seeking to have Justice Stamp accept his proposal for amendment. However, Stamp agreed with defense lawyers representing both accused in the Home Circuit Court murder trial. Justice Stamp refused the application, agreeing with defense lawyers that amending it could be prejudicial to the accused. Stamp then instructed the jury to officially return a not guilty verdict on the charge of conspiracy to murder. Judge Stamp ruled on Monday that there was no evidence showing that MacDonald conspired with Barnes to kill Tonya. MacDonald and Barnes are still before the court on the murder charge. Murders down 24%. Murders in Jamaica is down 24% year-on-year as at February 3. The latest serious crime statistics by the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF show that 26 fewer people were killed when compared to the corresponding period in 2023. According to the JCF, 83 murders were recorded across the country's 19 police divisions. At this time last year, 109 murders were committed. According to the serious crime statistics, which are often updated weekly, 18 murders were committed over the period January 28 to February 3. The St. James Police Division, which was the most murderous division for 2022 and 2023, recorded 14 homicides to date. This is followed by St. Anne, St. Catherine North, and St. Catherine South with 8 homicides each. The St. Andrew Central Police Division has 6, and Manchester and Trelawney have recorded 5 murders each. Shootings and injured persons reports have increased. There are 23 fewer reports of rape. The robbery figures are leveled with last year, and there are 7 fewer break-ins. Negril Chamber of Commerce President deems Western Road condition a disgrace. President of the Negril Chamber of Commerce, Elaine Allen Brady, has described as a disgrace the current condition of the Western Road, which collapsed due to adverse weather conditions affecting the island. A retaining wall in the area also gave way on Monday, forcing rough seas to gush onto the roadway. A sea of debris was also visible on the road. The current situation has forced some business operators to close their doors, which has interrupted the livelihood of persons in the tourist hotspot. I did warn them that this was going to happen if we had another bad sea, Allen Brady argued. Allen Brady said her warnings to fix the deteriorated roads fell on deaf ears as the authorities reportedly only installed caution tape, and the National Works Agency NWA filled the holes with boulders. She added that in December of last year, she informed the relevant authorities that the road was in need of immediate repair. I complained and I came out and I videoed and sent it to other persons and I tell them that this is going to be bad, she said. Meanwhile, at least 3 businesses in Montego Bay were inundated. Pier 1, North Side Express and the bar were closed to the public. Several fishermen had to pull their boats from the water due to the rough sea. Some of the vessels have been damaged after waves dislodged engines and cracked fiberglass. A cold front has been affecting weather conditions island-wide since Monday. The Met Service on Saturday said an active cold front was projected to enter the Western Caribbean over the weekend and was expected to impact weather conditions over Jamaica. Police uncover car theft ring in St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth police are sounding the alarm following the discovery of an apparent car theft ring in the parish. Acting Superintendent Coolidge Minto, head of the St. Elizabeth Police, said acting on intelligence, the police were able to recover 2 stolen vehicles on Monday night.
At about 8:30 p.m. last night, went to an address along the Wilton Main Road where a Toyota Voxy motor vehicle was seen abandoned. A further check of the vehicle revealed that several aspects of the dashboard was dismantled. Checks further made reveal that the vehicle was reported stolen earlier that day in Manchester. The police has recovered that vehicle and it is now at the police station being processed. We have also discovered another vehicle that was stolen in the Newmarket area some weeks ago, and that vehicle was also recovered by the Santa Cruz police and is here being processed. We note in that particular case that the chassis number of that vehicle was totally stamped out and replaced with another chassis number.
ASP Minto said there's a connection between those selling motor vehicle documents and those who are changing out the chassis number on vehicles. The chassis or vehicle identification number is a unique number assigned to a vehicle during manufacturing, inserting handlers to desist from the practice. A man has been held in connection with a second stolen vehicle. Shooting on Windward Road leaves 3 injured. 3 men were wounded in a shooting on Windward Road in Kingston on Monday afternoon. According to the lead detective at the crime scene, armed individuals in a vehicle approached the victims and opened fire about 1:35 p.m. Early reports suggest that 2 of the injured individuals, one of which is believed to be a resident of Bray Street, are in critical condition. The other injured person is reportedly from Paradise Street. The authorities say it is too early to determine a motive for the attack. We have several gangs in the area, and there are issues whenever gangs are present, but we cannot definitively attribute this incident to gang-related conflict, the lead detective said. A resident fleeing from the scene remarked, "Me tell you no say the man no safe." Man shot during attempted robbery in St. Catherine remanded. A man who was shot during an attempted robbery of a delivery truck and was subsequently disarmed was remanded today. The case against 33-year-old Michael Smart, who is answering charges of wounding with intent, assault with intent to rob, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition, was heard in the St. Catherine Parish Court today and is subsequently transferred to Gun Court for mention on February 26. Smart was remanded by Parish Court Judge Janelle Nelson Gale. The allegations are that about 11 a.m. on January 12, Smart was armed with a gun along with 2 accomplices, attempted to rob a delivery truck. A struggle ensued during which the gun went off, injuring Smart and one of the truck's side men. The men managed to disarm Smart. It was later handed over to the police and a formal report was made. An investigation was launched and the Smart was arrested and is subsequently charged. He is represented by attorney at law Gene Williams. Man charged in fatal St. Elizabeth crash offered bail. Jamaican Canadian Fitzroy Todd, who is charged with 2 counts of causing death by dangerous driving, was on Tuesday offered bail when he appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court. Todd, 42, was offered bail in the sum of $2 million with surety. As a condition of his bail, he is to surrender his travel documents. Stop orders have been placed on him and he is to report to the Locovia Police 3 days per week. He is scheduled to return to court on March 13. Todd was arrested and charged by the St. Elizabeth Police after a vehicle he was driving collided with a motorcycle on the Ridgebend Main Road on January 30. 2 farmers, 62-year-old Winston Sinclair and a 50-year-old Vernon Forbes, who were aboard the motorcycle, died following the crash. Tough life in prison for women charged with killing children. Jamaican prisons and lockups are particularly brutal for people accused of killing children and for some accused persons like Leoda Bradshaw, the 34-year-old charged with the murder of politician Philip Paulwell's 10-month-old daughter and the child's mother, Tashona Patterson. That reality reportedly unfolds daily. In Bradshaw's case, she's been housed at a St. Catherine lockup, one of the few for accused females, and according to sources, her stay is being made harsh by inmates who have labeled her a baby killer. It is one of the worst monikers women behind bars can be ascribed. Bradshaw's attorney, Deborah Martin, confirmed that her client was involved in an incident 2 weeks ago, but declined to comment on the issue, offering only that her experiences in lockup are not unique to any other person in jail, and that the condition of a lockup by itself is not a primary consideration for bail. What we are waiting on to make a bail application is for the court to have all relevant material and for the defense to have full disclosure, so that we may assess the material before making an application, because the court will be guided by the quality of the material it has when deciding the issue of bail, said Martin. It is understood, however, that Bradshaw and the other person involved in an alleged scuffle inside the lockup escaped serious injuries as the police acted swiftly. However, such luck isn't always the case when it comes to females who are charged with killing or abusing children, noted ex-convict Beverly Green, not her real name, who last year completed a 2-year sentence at Jamaica's only female prison. That experience was filled with sights of some of the most savage acts carried out by Jamaica's imprisoned females. There are rules in hell, she argued, and based on one's crime, some inmates spend the duration of their sentences facing ostracization, taunting, physical harm, and even death. She claims prison officials are often complicit in some acts, especially in pointing out inmates convicted of certain crimes. Because if me dey a prison you fresh come in, or me go know kind of crime you commit, or you think talk, she asked rhetorically. When I went there, before I got book and reached the dam, them know what I was there for. News of Bradshaw's alleged crimes last year sent shockwaves throughout the prison population, Green said matter-of-factly, adding that while prison life is difficult, lockup tends to be harder based on the distance of the police on the cell blocks where scuffles occur at a given minute. Wardens are usually closer and more prepared, she posited. It is understood that police on duty quickly responded to the incident involving Bradshaw at the lockup in St. Catherine. And according to Martin, the conditions in lockup are not an excuse for bail applications. At this stage, I know where she is, in custody in care of the state. I have regular contact with her, and I'm not aware of her having an experience outside of what is expected outside of custody. She continued, arguing that in one instance, a cellmate spoke publicly and told lies about Bradshaw's experiences in jail. With regard to bail for a client, Martin noted that it is very hard to make an application for a bail to a court who is going to consider bail in the context of the allegations in circumstances where so much that is relevant is still not available to the court, she explained. The fact that the conditions in lockup are not ideal, without more, is not a basis for bail. The conditions of jail are a matter for the Minister of National Security. The court is not indifferent, but the court is guided by wider concerns. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Oh boy. Boy.